Hey there, good afternoon. Just stretching my legs. Took the pups for a really long walk and then put them back and then came back down here by myself because I just wanted to just be more my own energy and just kind of sit down here. So I thought that I would just share the view. This is down by my pond where you'll see some of my indoor-outdoor session playlists. The outdoor obviously is here and the indoor is up by the studio, up the trail. So, full moon in Leo. Wow. If you're Vedic astrology, you're seeing it as a full moon in Cancer. Either one, they're deeply feeling signs, though one is fixed and one is cardinal. Different modalities, yet I've never met a Leo a Cancer didn't like. So, my moon has been in Leo progression, and if you've never looked at your progressed moon, that's a whole nother video. I don't cover that right now, but I do cover your moon very deeply in your chart, which has a lot to do with your emotional system, your mind, who you are. But when you get to the full moon in Leo, Leo is a fixed sign and it is a fire sign. And of course, Leos can be extravagant, gregarious. That's a very over-the-top sign, people will say. Robin Williams had his Leo in midheaven. I have my Leo in midheaven. And a full moon is about letting things go. Full moons are about releasing to prepare for the new moon. It's beautiful the way the moon has set up rhythm and rhyme, so to speak, in this 3D Earth planet that we live on. When we go into these full moons, it truly is a time to be alone. Not so, and people may argue that point, but especially I think if it's a Leo. Leo. Okay, so Leo moon. Time letting go. But letting go of what? That is up for you to decide, yes? But we have, with that moon cycle, going back to that, 30 days, 31 days, 28 days, however you want to look at it, depending on which part of the planet you're from. There's so many different ways to look at how many days. I know there's a traditional cycle in the Western world that we adhere to, but if you go a little deeper in esoteric circles, it gets a little deeper. And the actual influence of the moon and its phases and its in-between phases and its different types of moons. And all of them, I think, are fascinating, but one only has so much time. So we're concentrating on your main moon and your moon in the chart. So the Leo moon is, again, that fixed fire. It's very, it can be a stubborn sign. Want its way to be its way. This is the way I am. They have a very strong sense of I am. And when you couple that with the moon, which is the mind, you've got somebody who can really connect with the mind and do some creative expression. But remember, this is a full moon in Leo. I keep saying it over and over because we must always stay to where we are and not try to look at it through different lenses. I try to bring people back to the now, because the now is where you are and the now is where you can make changes. You cannot make changes in the past unless you're a time traveler, and that's a whole nother video. And you certainly can set up the future very eloquently and very wisely using all kinds of modalities, that being your inner spirit and connection to all that is first. But yeah, absolutely. So the Leo full moon would have you say, what creative efforts have you been fixated on in a very fiery way, in a very gregarious way, that perhaps you now need to let go of? Or release it as it is so new can come in, because it's not meant maybe to total abandon the project as much as it's meant to possibly reinvent it, which isn't that how we learn. So a lot of people would call this failure, and I don't see failure anywhere in my life. I see what didn't work and what I need to now change. Failure doesn't mean I'm not willing to own up to what I did, and that I didn't make a mistake, and that I didn't put my energy in the best emphasis of who I truly am. Okay. But there's nothing I can do about that, right? So we often, going back to this fixed energy, where this is going, is you could stay fixated on things really strong when you're a Leo. And I hear full moon, Leo, release. Either, release the gifts that you're pregnant with, it's time to give birth, or release a project that is no longer serving you. So, I'm going to take a walk here. So I just want to encourage you, you're never off your path. You're never off your path. You perhaps took a path that was challenging and very, very difficult, or you may be on that path, and maybe you really messed up, whatever that is. Maybe you made some choices that could have been better. You Leos out there that this applies to very deeply, let it go. I know that we need to own up to our mistakes and not live in some narcissistic, delusionary world where we don't own what we do and behave with people. But I do know you cannot love and reject yourself at the same time. Let me rephrase that. You cannot heal what you reject. That's the way I meant to say it. You cannot heal what you reject. And I think we spend a lot of time, I know I have, this is why I'm pursuing what I'm pursuing and honing my skills and crafts to be a source where I can help other people with this. Beating yourself up is not the way to go about it. And so if you've got some challenges that you've made and you feel like you just can't get out of this maze and you just can't find your path, you never left it, you're still on it. Just take a new road. Create your own road. Okay? Create your own road. Make your own path. Take the path less traveled.